Welcome. You are listening to the Audio Information Network of Colorado. This recording is intended to be used solely by individuals with barriers to print.
Thank you for joining us for audiobook news, read from Audiophile Magazine. My name is Sarah. And, as we so often do, we are going to start off with some fiction title reviews. Such Kindness by Andrzej Dubas III, read by the author. Tom Lowe is broke, rudderless, and approaching toxic levels of bitterness as this audiobook opens. Once he proudly defined himself as a devoted husband, father, and carpenter. Now, following an accident, he can't define himself at all. Dubas works narrative magic here. Without giving too much away, know that Tom's story is ultimately a satisfying one, and Dubas navigates the transformation admirably. His heavy cadence captures Tom's despair in the audiobook's early chapters, and somehow, through both words and vocal nuances, he expertly depicts Tom's growth. As Tom's outlook brightens, Dubas's voice quietly lightens. Dubas artfully delivers dialogue, humor, sorrow, and Tom's personal meditations with depth and alacrity. The characters are all three-dimensional and the pacing is steady, creating an outstanding performance of an excellent story. It's available from Recorded Books, 11 hours long, unabridged. Library Edition digital download, ISBN 978-888-956-5406 for $29.99, also as CD or MP3. Long Gone, Come Home by Monica Chanot Kilgore, read by Bonnie Turpin. Birdie, born and raised a Kentucky girl, lives in tough economic times for African Americans, as well as whites. Bonnie Turpin captures Birdie's turbulent experiences growing up in the 1930s to 1940s South with two sisters and a stern, resourceful mama whose husband, a war hero, was hanged after returning home. Turpin mesmerizes listeners with her descriptions of Birdie's life with Jimmy, her sweet-talking, big-dreaming husband, who moves the family from Kentucky to Chicago to Cincinnati in an effort to survive. Turpin's portrayals of the many characters in this novel are always authentic, as well as heartbreaking, heartwarming, and at times humorous. Turpin's sensitive performance will have listeners rooting for Birdie as she seeks a better life for her children and herself. It's available from Harlequin Audio, 11.5 hours long, unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-148-8227950 for $27.99. I Am Homeless If This Is Not My Home by Laurie Moore, read by Sophie Amos. Sophie Amos does a neat turn narrating this enigmatic novel. Her delivery and pace bring its elliptical text to life. She smoothly switches from female to male characters through tone and timbre and from the diction of the 1870s to the world of 2016. Straightforwardly portraying two disturbed women, one an unlikely murderess, the other suicidal, she is convincing. She captures a Southern assassin and delivers especially good dialogue between the novel's two main characters, a teacher who is a conspiracy theorist and his death-seeking girlfriend, whom he is driving to a corpse farm in Tennessee. Their repartee provides the set piece of this brief audiobook. It's available from Random House Audio, 6.25 hours unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-059-3821046 for $20. Books on Tape has the Library Edition digital download, ISBN 978-059-3821053 for $57. Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo, read by Daniele Rodriguez del Orbe, Elizabeth Acevedo, and Sixta Morel. Three narrators portray the viewpoints of a family of uncommon women who are leading full, magical lives. Author Elizabeth Acevedo narrates the majority of the novel. Her poignant turns of phrase and delivery in both English and Spanish provide a musical listening experience. She takes a more neutral stance when expressing the words of Ona, who is interviewing her aunties for her anthropological research. Sixta Morel portrays the four sisters' passions and gifts, ranging from rhythmic Matilda's dancing to Flore's uncanny ability to sense impending death. Daniele Rodriguez del Orbe is memorable in her portrait of youthful Yadi. Acevedo's first book for adults will likely land solidly with her intended audience. It's available from Harper Audio, 9.75 hours long unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-006-3207295 for $27.99. Somebody's Fool, North Bath Trilogy, Book 3, by Richard Russo, read by Mark Bramall. This audiobook unites two consummate professionals, author Richard Russo and narrator Mark Bramall. Russo is at his storytelling best here, returning to the North Bath community of Nobody's Fool and Everybody's Fool. A broad array of characters interact credibly, thanks to Bramall's strong performance. As Peter Sullivan mulls over his relationship with his estranged son, Janie struggles in her role as a daughter and mother, and Raymer ponders a new life and a violent death. Bramall provides distinctive voices for all. Rarely is it difficult to follow the plot or appreciate the characters, even when the story itself becomes slow or the voices hit a strident pitch. The audiobook shines as the work of an excellent novelist delivered by an exceptional vocal artist. It's available from Random House Audio, 16.25 hours unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-3741658 for $25. Books on Tape has the library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-3741665 for $95. And we move on to sci-fi, fantasy, and horror titles. The Foreign Exchange, Mambo Reina, Book 2, by Veronica G. Henry, read by Robin Miles. Robin Miles enchants as she introduces New Orleans Mambo priestess Reina Dumond, who practices voodoo, Haitian African magic. Listeners meet kind-hearted Mambo and her close friends, 20-something wrestler Taika and talkative chef Daryl. They always have her back. A friend who is worried about her sometimes crooked husband asks Mambo to investigate his activities. This is an energetically rendered mystery fantasy, with mouthy, gutsy Taika being the standout. Miles's feisty Mambo uses her ingenuity and clever magic, explanations are riveting, to uncover the city's dark underworld. Heartbreaking Katrina memories and fascinating lore add realism as Mambo uncovers a real estate scam and learns that African boys are being secretly recruited for the NBA. Mambo's thwarted cooking attempts provide humor. While the weak conclusion disappoints, Miles's narration is delightful. It's available from Brilliance Audio, 10.25 hours long, unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-171-3697930 for $42.99, also available as CD or MP3. Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañas, read by Jose Nateras and Krista Gonzalez. Jose Nateras and Krista Gonzalez convey the romance and spine-tingling horrors in this audiobook set during the Mexican-American War. In a gravelly voice, Nateras portrays Nestor's dread at being summoned back to protect the ranch where, 9 years earlier, he witnessed his best friend Nina's gruesome death. He's shocked to find her alive, angry and with no time for Nestor's excuses. Gonzalez's sweet-voiced Nina is full of determination. She wants to be valued as a healer by her father, the Patron, and joins the journey north to protect their land. But while the war is dangerous, there are also nightmarish creatures lurking in the dark chaparral. Gonzalez's voice turns fierce as Nina fights off deadly vampires, while Nateras fills Nestor's voice with his grim determination to keep them both alive. It's available from Penguin Audio, 12 hours long, unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-3684283 for $22.50. Books on Tape has the library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-3684290 for $95. The Endless Vessel by Charles Soule, read by Barry Krynick. Barry Krynick performs an enchanting story that injects hope, love, and possibility into a science fiction thriller. The Louvre is burning at the hands of a terrorist group that is eager to eliminate anything that brings happiness to humanity. As a disease called the Grey afflicts the population, an engineer named Lily discovers a potential means to slow the spread. Krynick's precise narration imbues the story with a steady sense of narrative drive and intrigue. Lily is portrayed with hopefulness and youth, which captures her character wonderfully. The plot races towards its climax, with Krynick keeping a steady hand. As this wonderful story spans time and space, Krynick illuminates Lily's determination to return humanity to brighter days. It's available from Harper Audio, 13.25 hours long unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-006-3043077 for $27.99. A Soul of Ash and Blood, Blood and Ash, Book 5, by Jennifer L. Armentrout, read by Tim Campbell. Narrator Tim Campbell returns to the role of Castile Denier in the 5th book in the Blood and Ash series. As Castile's great love, Poppy, slips into a period of stasis to finalize her transformation into a primal, Castile guards her bedside. This time Castile tells his own version of how he met Poppy, complete with accounts of the internal and external battles he fought as he fell in love with the woman he had planned to turn over to his enemies. Tim Campbell captures the sarcastic and flirtatious sides of the prince. Campbell's sonorous voice is as easy to fall in love with as the character of Castile, making Campbell the perfect casting choice. It's available from Brilliance Audio, 19.75 hours long unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 979-840-0147593 for $46.99. Also available as CD or MP3. The Will of the Many, Hierarchy, Book 1 by James Islington, read by Ewan Morton. Ewan Morton performs a fantastic Roman-inspired epic about an elite school and a young man who is driven to uncover secrets. The hierarchy enslaves the population through the utilization of will, the energy contained within each person. Generally, will is transferred upward through the hierarchy, but Viz refuses to give up his will. He's given a deadline when it will be taken from him forcibly. Morton's patient but tense narration complements this tightly plotted and intricate novel to perfection. His gravelly voice imbues the engaging story with a powerful performance. Viz and his dark, twisting adventure are engrossing, and Morton's narration makes it exceedingly difficult to hit pause. It's available from Audible, 28.25 hours unabridged. Trade edition digital download for $49.95. And now we move on to young adult titles. The King is Dead by Benjamin Dean, read by Ivano Jeremiah. Ivano Jeremiah's impressive performance brings listeners on a thrilling romantic journey. Young James is now the first black heir to the British throne, but the historic moment is spoiled by rumours of his romantic life in vindictive tabloids. James is faced with the dilemma of becoming the nation's leader while keeping his boyfriend safe from scandal. Jeremiah's narration is filled with charisma, intrigue, and authenticity. Every suspenseful turn and romantic pang is believable and immersive. Interactions with background characters add more layers to James's complexity, and listeners will enjoy his elegant authenticity. Jeremiah's depiction of the tension between love and duty offers a thought-provoking performance for fans of romance. It's available from Hachette Audio, 9 hours long, unabridged. Recommended for ages 14 and up. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-166-862-8676 for $27.99. Sunshine by Jarrett J. Krasochka, read by Jarrett J. Krasochka, Jaden Meltzer, Xavier Krasochka, Noah Rico, and a full cast. Jarrett J. Krasochka's second memoir, following Hey Kiddo, recounts his experiences as a teen counselor at a summer camp for terminally ill children. Originally a graphic memoir, it becomes a powerful cinematic audio because of a coordination of more than 50 narrators, carefully selected music and sound effects that enhance the action. Krasotchka portrays himself as an adult. Jaden Meltzer portrays his younger self. At the camp, Jarrett uses his gift for drawing to overcome his nerdy past and access his feelings for fellow counselors and, most importantly, the campers. Most notable among them are Diego, a teen who struggles with both reticence and his illness, portrayed by Noah Rico, and joyful, giggly Eric, who embraces superhero status, portrayed by Xavier Krasotchka. It's available from Scholastic Audiobooks, 2.25 hours long, unabridged. Recommended for ages 12 and up. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-133-877-5204 for $20.99. Also available as CD. Library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-133-877-5211 for $62.99. Going Bi-Coastal by Dahlia Adler, read by Mara Wilson. Narrator Mara Wilson is Jewish, bisexual, and bi-coastal, just like the main character in this young adult rom-com, Natalia Fox. Natalia must decide between a summer with her mom in Los Angeles, interning alongside a cute boy, or staying in New York with her dad and finally talking to the red-headed girl she's been crushing on. What if she does both? Chapters shift between these alternating choices to see how her summer would turn out in each scenario. Even though Wilson solidifies the characters' voices in the first chapter, the large cast and continual shifts in setting can still be disorienting for the listener. Nonetheless, Wilson matches the energy of a teen and maneuvers smoothly through the many Yiddish words and foods from various cultures. It's available from Orange Sky Audio, 8.75 hours long unabridged. Recommended for ages 12 and up. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-166-9661733 for $19.99. Solitaire, Book 1, by Alice Oseman, read by Jenny Walser. Oseman's Heartstopper characters first appeared in 2014. This new production, narrated by Jenny Walser, is an entertaining addition to the franchise. Walser, who plays Tori Spring in the Heartstopper streaming series, clearly knows her character well and narrates this story full of suspense and romance fittingly. Although she does not widely vary her voice for dialogue, her narration distinguishes characters through tone and pacing. Tori, a high school student, blogger, and introvert, has attracted the attention of the mysterious Solitaire as they create a series of increasingly dangerous experiences for the student body. Walser's narration keeps the listener engaged as the suspense and romance build to a dramatic climax. It's available from Scholastic Audiobooks, 8.5 hours long, unabridged. Recommended for ages 14 and up. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-133-902-9481 for $29.99. Library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-133-902-9498 for $89.99. This Winter by Alice Oseman, read by Jenny Walser, Joe Jameson, and Aaron Barashi. Jenny Walser, Joe Jameson, and Aaron Barashi convincingly portray the perspectives of siblings Tori, Charlie, and Oliver in this sweet novella set in the Heartstopper universe. What begins as a cozy Christmas morning turns fraught. Tori wants to support Charlie, who was recently hospitalized for an eating disorder, but finds it hard to connect. When extended family arrives for Christmas dinner, Charlie argues with his mom and escapes to his boyfriend's house. Walser expresses Tori's empathy and worry, and while Jameson has the unenviable task of narrating text message exchanges between Charlie and boyfriend Nick, he nails Charlie's personality and complicated feelings. As Oliver, Barashi sounds exactly like a 7-year-old who just wants to spend the holiday with his brother and sister and play with his new toys. It's available from Scholastic Audiobooks, 1.25 hours long unabridged. Recommended for ages 14 and up. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-133904-5269 for $18.99. Library edition digital download, ISBN 978-1339045276 for $56.99. And let's finish off with some children and family listening title reviews. Chinese Menu: The History, Myths, and Legends Behind Your Favorite Foods, by Grace Lin, read by Lisa Ling. Lisa Ling's informative introductions lead into her storytelling as she delivers delectable food-based tales drawn from Chinese culture. In a conversational tone, Ling describes an iconic dish, offering historical context, etymology, or myth, and capturing the warmth of the author toward these foods. She then transitions to tales about dragons, monks, emperors, and other heroes. Ling's transitions are fluid, whether she's shifting from Chinese to English or giving context before relating a folk tale. Harp-like notes signal transitions to stories, and other sound effects emphasize elements within them. Grace Lin furthers the audio experience by reading her author's note. There is also beautifully illustrated downloadable material. From wonton soup to fortune cookies, this audio will fill listeners up with wonder and knowledge. And narrator Lisa Ling says, learning the background of so many of the things that have become rote in Chinese and Chinese-American culture was just fascinating. It's available from Hachette Audio, 6 hours long, unabridged, recommended for ages 8 and up. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-166-863-2598 for $28.51. Sandor Katz and the Tiny Wild, by Jacqueline Briggs Martin and Jo Lee, read by Laurie Prince and Sandor Katz. Fermentation expert Sandor Katz's hearty voice punctuates Laurie Prince's overall narration of this picture book. It's a biography of Katz, who moved to a community of queer folk in Tennessee in search of a healthy life after his HIV diagnosis. He has become famous for his recipes for fermented foods. The titular Tiny Wild, the microbes that make the culinary magic, swirls as multicolored dots through Julie Wilson's humorous illustrations. Prince clearly relishes the text's occasional alliteration and onomatopoeia just as much as Katz's friends savor his kraut chi. The story and a concluding note written and narrated by Katz are presented twice, with and without page turn signals. Further information, including notes read by each co-author, concludes the book and recording. The whole package fizzes with briny verve. It's available from Live Oak Media, 10 minutes long, unabridged, recommended for ages 6 and up. It's a book and recording, digital download, ISBN 978-143-014-5134 for $12.95, also available as CD. The Takeout, by Tracy Badua, read by Fidel Capistrano. Narrator Fidel Capistrano sounds full of determination as tween Mila. The future of her family's food truck is threatened when Mila's celebrity idols, the Fab Foodie Brothers, open a new restaurant in town, one with a suspiciously similar menu. Shenanigans ensue as she tries to prove that they stole the Banana Leaf's delicious Filipino-Indian fusion recipes. Capistrano effectively communicates Mila's range of emotions. She worries about alienating her new friends, who are also fans of the brothers. She misses her mom, who is in the Philippines caring for her grandfather. She wishes her dad would fight harder for his food truck dream, and she struggles to find the confidence to be her authentic self. It's available from Harper Audio, 5.5 hours long, unabridged. Recommended for ages 8 and up. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-006-3307858 for $21.99. And that is me out of time for today. Thank you for joining us for Audiobook News. My name is Sarah.
This is the Audio Information Network of Colorado.
You've worked hard all your life, and as you approach retirement, questions arise. When should I apply for Social Security? How can I maximize my benefit? The answers lie in understanding the system and making informed decisions. Waiting until age 70 to claim could amplify your monthly payment by at least 24%. But, of course, life circumstances might make you consider claiming at 62. Be cautious, as this could mean a 30% reduction in monthly benefits. If you're looking at the bigger picture with your spouse, or navigating the aftermath of a divorce or the loss of a partner, knowing when and how to claim can have a profound impact on your lifetime benefit. A powerful tool in this journey are the Social Security benefits calculators you can find online at such websites like Fidelity.com. It's designed to help demystify the process and show you the potential outcomes of your choices. Why navigate this alone when tools and resources are at your fingertips? But here's a crucial tip. Always mark your calendar to apply for your benefits 4 months before you expect to receive them. In the vast landscape of retirement planning, Social Security is a pillar, and you've earned it. Ensure you're making the most of it. Remember, health status, longevity, and your envisioned retirement lifestyle are all significant variables in your decision-making process. Taking control, staying informed, and strategizing your Social Security benefits can lead you to a more comfortable, secure retirement. Dive deep, explore, and ensure that the choices you make are the best for your unique journey. For questions, you can call the Social Security Administration at 1-800-772-1213. That is 1-800-772-1213. You've earned this benefit. Now, let's optimize it.
In the United States, the leading cause of death for children isn't what you might expect. It's not car accidents or even illnesses like COVID. It's guns. Safe storage of firearms can significantly increase your family's safety and prevent a tragedy from striking your home. What does safe storage entail? It means keeping your firearm unloaded, locked, and in a secure location separate from ammunition. Every year, nearly 350 children under the age of 18 unintentionally shoot themselves or someone else, primarily due to firearms not being safely stored. It's estimated that 54% of gun owners don't securely lock all their guns, which contributes to these preventable accidents. Just as we use smoke detectors to alert us of fires and car seats to protect our children during travel, including a gun lock in your home safety plan is essential. In Colorado, this is not just good practice, it's law. Statute CRS 1812-114 requires gun owners to store firearms in locking devices out of the reach of children or prohibited persons. We all share the responsibility of keeping our loved ones safe. To learn more about safe storage and other gun violence prevention tools, visit coloradoceasefire.org or call 303-380-6711. That is 303-380-6711. Contact them at info@coloradoceasefire.org. Together, let's use safe storage practices to make our homes and communities safer, turning the tide on this leading cause of death among children.